Okay, I've just done the fitting. I did a few tweaks on the bodice, but overall it was a fairly good fit. It was a little bit too tight under the underarms, but it was fine once I've snipped into the seam allowance. It could maybe do with coming down a little bit more, but I'll have to do another fitting once I've got the sleeves and I know what I'm doing with those. The shoulder seam I took out by about 2 inches. The original bodice draft must have been a little bit off, and I also made the shoulder dart a little bit bigger. The bib worked well, the shape was quite good. I'm going to have to reshape it to fit the new shoulder seams now, but the overall sort of shape was fine and it fitted quite nicely over the bust darts, so that's a good thing, although it could probably do with coming over a little bit more. The waistband that I did, I just made it up as like a quick sample, but I actually quite like the width on it. And proportion wise, the skirt starting at the lines, the line that I marked on the bodice to start with, is actually quite a good approximation. The skirt itself I have safety pinned at the right length and pinned the ruffles on, which I've also shortened a little bit to I think I've got the right length that I want. I've been going off the centre front safety pin, centre frontmost safety pin is the true measurement that I want. All the others are just sort of like roughly pinned to get a vague idea. So when I'm marking these all out and drafting everything, just remember the centre front pins. The hem falls just below the knee, which is where I was planning on having it originally, but I wanted to just doubly make sure the proportions were all okay looking. There is the chance that it's obviously going to get shorter once all the petticoats are underneath it, but that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. The bloomers themselves, again, the knee line was a little bit lower than I anticipated, but it actually worked out okay, because when you, obviously the elasticated portion needs to be pulled up over the knee to get more of a puff kind of shape. But that again was pretty spot on for my estimation. And I cut off one side of the miles and miles of extra fabric that I didn't need, just to show where I sort of cut the ruffle length to, although I might replace a portion of that with lace if I can find one that's nice enough. Everything else I think is okay. Yeah, everything else is fine.